Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I finally was able to get on. um, let's go. Let's say hi. Let's say hi to everybody since we're here, right? Hi, Eva, Blue Steel, Bakugo, Violet, Epic. It's Vex, Maximum, Radley. How is everybody doing today? Um, I've been dying to get on this week because several games are doing updates. Hey, Gabe. Several games did updates this week, and it's like frustrating because I'm always limited in the amount of time that I have to play games and stuff. But the Phasmophobia was the first one that updated earlier this week, which was a really big update. One, they did a complete rework of one of their one of their original maps, and it's one of one of the favored maps, Willow Street. And with that update, they also revamped all the animations that they had added. Hey Sprout, hey Orca, all the animations that they had put out for their character update months ago, which completely ruined the game, kind of, especially for a lot of people. It made the game so much harder to play. And it was unnecessary animations. So they did away with most of the stuff that they did, reworked a lot of the stuff. So it looks really good. The rework looks really awesome. I'm so excited to play. And on top of it, they added a new ghost, which I believe is pronounced Dildgast. It's a pretty neat ghost, which basically changes speed based on how many items around the house you throw. I'm able to go to this live this early. My wife is baking right now. I worked today, and then when I got home, my wife is in the middle of baking because she's doing a bake sale tomorrow, and my kids have friends over, so I just kind of escaped to the basement to play for a little bit because I've been dying to play. No, this isn't Dandy. This is just one of the big fluffy. I think it's a koala. It's like a pink koala or something. You've never seen Phasmophobia before? So if you've never seen Phasmophobia before, it is one of the coolest ghost hunting games out there. Hey, Steve Erleth, how are you? It is one of the coolest games out there. Hello, Rosa. It's basically a lot of the ghost hunting games that are available now, which are including the ones on Roblox like Demonology and Blair, are based around Phasmophobia's gameplay. And a lot of games now, ghost hunting games, have used Phasmophobia as kind of like a baseline to create their own and stuff. So Phasmophobia in a way is kind of like the OG. I don't know. There might be some before that, but this was the first one that I've seen, and it came out years ago on beta when I was watching people play it. It's very, very cool. And it could be super creepy and very fun, and it requires a lot of thinking. So it's a lot of fun. But anyway, hello, Amy Beth. Hi, Dandy. I see you over there on TikTok, Gabe. Hello, Yo-Yole. It didn't give you a notification. Yeah, I know notifications through the apps like Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok are all kind of weird sometimes, and they don't always work for some reason. So that's why I always say if you're able to join my Discord, because you'll always get a notification through there. Hey, Random, what's going on? Eva, you woke upset? I'm sorry. Yeah, I have all of the latency down across all my platforms, but they all get broadcasted to in different ways. YouTube is typically the one that has the biggest delay, but sometimes it doesn't. It all depends. Epic, yes, I will be playing the update. So that's the other thing. Hi, Ava. The other two updates that were done, I didn't even realize until after Monday that they were doing the Tune of the Week this week for Dandy's World, so I will be back on that on Monday to do Tune of the Week Tisha, so that way I can make sure that I get all the achievements for that and get the golden skin and stuff. And then Animal Hospital just released an update not too long ago, within like the hour basically. And hello over there now, Yoile. Hi, Zero. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Zero. Don't. This is why I released that video today, and it's been getting a lot of comments and stuff. And I'm not trying to argue with people. It's kind of upsetting because I don't want to argue with people about certain points of view. Everybody can have their own point of view. I just don't want people to bully each other. There's no reason to do that. And that's the biggest takeaway I need people to understand. There is don't listen to people who bully you about playing a game. It's, that's on them. If that's the way they feel, they can feel that way, that they don't want to play the game. They don't have to don't let people force their opinion on you about whether or not it's okay to play the game. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't support Quell or if you do support Quell, you have a right to do whatever you want. And if you want to play Dandy's World the original, play Dandy's World the original. There's no hate here. When I play on Mondays, you're always welcome to play with me. It's a safe place to play the game. And if you do find yourself being harassed, like seriously being harassed, I saw somebody saying that people were DMing them some nasty comments. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, you can report it to people on the platform that they're DMing you on, because that is some serious stuff. Also, you block them. Just, it stinks. It really stinks. But I'm excited to play it on Monday so that I could check it out. And then I do want to get on to Animal Hospital too, because they have some updates as well, which is pretty cool. From what it looks like, the new goo monster and stuff. Hey, Yumi. So I do want to check that out eventually, and I will. But today I'm going to be focusing on ghost hunting, and I'm really excited to check out the Willow St rework. It looks super cool from what I've seen. Yeah, I've seen people talk about that too. I don't know anything about the Forsaken stuff because I never really played it. I played it once, but it's not really a game that I play. So it just boggles my mind that people get so upset over playing a game. Just let people be, let people do what they want to do. It's, you have every right to not play the game if you don't want to, but you can't force others to not play the game because you feel like they shouldn't. And I made a point on it. Somebody was saying I was trying to excuse Quell's behavior by saying that, the platform Roblox is not that great either. But my point is just the hypocrisy that people sit there and tell you don't play a Roblox game, play other Roblox games, while Roblox itself has been proven to enable lots of terrible things. So, but anyway, as we always say, let's just have fun. We're here to have fun. And that's what we want to do. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, well, that's okay. It's up to you. It's I know every game I play isn't everyone's cup of tea. And that's okay. That is the way it is for any streamer. When they play games, they should be playing games that they enjoy. And if people do, it also opens up opens up other viewers and everything to witness games that they've never seen before. So it's a lot of fun. It's really, really fun. It's hard for me to see Eva, but I think it does look a little different from here. When I see people's when I see on my screen, I don't have the biggest largest monitors, so everybody's profile pictures are pretty small. I'd have to go in and look afterwards. I heard, yeah. And there's also they give you a book basically so that you can check off the anomalies, kind of like That's Not My Neighbor, which I love. That's Not My Neighbor. I hope they expound on the anomalies and the way you find them and stuff, because the game is in its infancy, and it looks like they've got some good ideas from the beginning. So hopefully they expound on it and it becomes a really, really cool. They add a lot of cool stuff to it. But speaking of That's Not My Neighbor, I'd love to get back into that game as well. But again, for now, Phasmophobia. We're going to move over to start playing it. I might even do the challenge, the weekly challenge, because it seems it's kind of easy from what it looks like. All right, Yo-Yo-Lay, sounds good. You got jumped by the ghost, yeah. It's fun, Blue Steel. The Animal Hospital is a fun game. NGL. All right. Let's get into this. Oh, so there was a couple of badges. If you're a Twitch, if you're on Twitch and you play Phasmophobia, this is one of the games that gives drops for people who play, for people who watch. Either somebody's streaming Phasmophobia, or if you get 2 types of cards. So me just playing Phasmophobia, I get people can access this card if you're watching me on Twitch for 2 hours. This ID badge, it's a bunch of cats on it. Cool cat. And then if you watch a Kinetic Partner for 2 hours, you could also get this animated version of it, which is a little weird with the clouds and stuff. But the static version is pretty cool. It's pretty neat. Cats. You made yourself a mask. Ooh. What kind of a mask? All right. Let's get into this. So the new ghost that's around too is pretty cool. It is an extremely fast ghost, and it will slow down if you throw a lot of items. It doesn't. It's you know what? Let's read it actually, because I never read the. I wasn't around. Oh, I want to change this. Did they? The adaptive eye settings have been changed too, thankfully. Let me go. How do I? Let's do this. What if I did that? Whoa, that's super bright. Oh, I like that so much better, because the adaptive eye settings is rough for a console player. So I'm so happy I could turn that off. I know it seems very bright, but it's so much easier for me to see.
Thanks for 1x Rosa.
What'd you do? Huh? Epic, thank you so much for the Rosa. Hey, Roxy. Oh, that's pretty cool, Eva. Take care, Epic. Go help your grandma. It's all good. There are 30 ghosts now in Blue Steel in Phasmophobia, and we'll look at the description right now, actually, of the new ghost. So these are all the ghosts. Deal-to-Gast is the new one. And let's see what the description says. Having tampered with other people's property in life, in death, the Deal-to-Gast is doomed to fixate on anything misplaced. So strength. At the beginning of an investigation, the Deal-to-Gast has an upper hand, and the weakness, Deal-to-Gast can be slowed down by both the living and the dead. So basically what they're saying is when you misplace items in the house, so if you pick up items, you can throw them around. Yes, this demonology is based off of Phasmophobia. When you throw objects in the house around, like you pick up, plates and whatever, and you throw them, it slows the ghost down. So the way it works is, before it hunts, if it hunts without you throwing any items, it is super duper fast. Runs around like crazy. As fast as a Revenant when a Revenant sees you. And then when you throw items, I think it's if you throw 26 items in total, because every item you throw, it decreases it by like 0.13 meters per second or 0.03 meters per second, something along those lines. So if you throw 26 items, that's the slowest it'll get in between hunts. And then when it's hunting you, it is super slow like a Dio. the Diogen, as they pronounce it, whatever. The Diogen is a super slow ghost once it gets close to you. So it's basically that slow all around. So it's kind of a neat thing. And right now, because of the update, for the first couple of weeks, they said that you're more likely to get that ghost, or have a higher percentage of getting, chance of getting that ghost. So let's check it out. Let's go check out Willow Street. Yes, basically that is exactly it, Blue Steel. That is exactly it. You are going against the Flash. I don't know where all the hidden objects, the cursed possessions are and stuff like that. But we'll take a look around and we'll check out this house. We're gonna still play in Nightmare, so I'm only gonna be getting two pieces of evidence. I finally have my headgear, so now I have a flashlight on my head, which was the big thing that I was striving for last time I played. We're gonna take this. We're gonna take this. Okay, so Lisa Shipman, which means all the ghosts are on the table. If it was a male, we can rule out Banshee and Dayon. Let's see what the objectives are. The extra objectives: prevent with a crucifix, cleanse the area with incense, and capture a photo of the ghost. And one of the other cool updates that they did with the car is sitting there idle down the street. That's pretty cool. One of the updates they did with the camera is when you take a photo camera, it will actually use highlight and brackets things that you can take a picture of, just like the video camera. Can I go down there? Oh, there's also a lot of crazy ambient noises that they added too. And I don't know if it's just for Willow Street or if it's all around, but Willow Street has like coyotes and stuff. So this is the new look of Willow Street on the outside. It looks pretty awesome. There's something in there. There's a couple things in here. What is this? Sanitation solutions. Is your water stained or odorous? We've noticed water contamination issues in your area. Oh, well, that's crazy. What is this? Our water supply has been polluted for decades with no improvement. Oh, okay. I think there's a, I don't even know how to do it, but there is a, yeah. There is a QR code on the back here, and I've seen people scan it, and it just takes you to the Kinetic Games website. Okay. So this is already crazy nice compared to the old Willow Street. Nice car and everything. The style of housing and everything is very, very like either it's West Coast basically. West Coast it looks like. Now, one of the things I heard is that the doors are super duper loud. As part. Did I just hear something get thrown? Oh, they also have a switch in here. They got a switch. Yes, this is nightmare mode. Is that? There's an iPad. Oh, I broke it. Look, part of it is chipped away. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look around the house. This is, I mean, everything here is like the setup of the house is pretty much the same, like format, but everything is cheap. It's a lot of Oh, he's in here. Look at all these cabinets open. I'm pretty sure this is where the ghost is. We're just gonna throw that there. This is the new garage. The garage used to have a car in it with a truck. Now it is a weight room. It can, but if you change it up, like the thing is that what's cool about this game is the amount of the replay value it has is crazy because there's always different ghosts. You can change the way you investigate, meaning you can go for like professional or all the way to no evidence. So I'm playing on Nightmare. Professional, typically the way they work is a little mouse and the cat toy. Look at this cat, like American cat ninja setup they got going on here. So you can play, which is the base game, which is getting 3 pieces of evidence and then determining what the ghost is. And then you could play with no evidence for a challenge. Basically, you just have to... Yeah, the hardest mode is the hardest mode is called the Apocalypse 3 challenge. And that is a crazy mode where, I gotta get used to where all the light switches are. Oh, hi. Okay, thank you for the ghost photo. The Apocalypse 3 challenge gives you, it's no evidence. So it's all based off of ghost behavior, and then it's the ghost moves at 150% speed, and you move at 50% speed, and you cannot run. So it's a very, very difficult challenge. So there's so many different versions of it. So here's the art room. This is a new room too. Like all of these rooms have been revamped. No, I haven't yet because I have to work myself back up to it. I was, when I had stopped, like, when I had taken a break from playing Phasmophobia for, like, a few months, not purposely, it's just the way it was, I had just started, getting used to playing no evidence games. Oh, no, I didn't want to take that. Shoot. That's 2 shadow ghost ones. I don't want a duplicate. That was silly of me. Alright, well, it smashed the lights in there, so that's fun. Yeah, you can custom... Once you reach a certain level, you can start customizing the way you play the game. Right now, I'm looking around for the bone. Alright, so this is where the downstairs is. The downstairs is completely reworked. The downstairs used to be... Downstairs used to be very, very linear. There was only one way in and one way out type of thing. And now they've reworked it so that it's an actual, like, hangout. The ghost is messing with doors and stuff. Look at this. This is super nice. Can you pick these up? Ah! Look at that! Ah! Bullseye! First shot! I'm just gonna retire on that one. Ooh. Oh, there we go. I'm like, what's going on there? There we go. Very cool. Very cool. totally. Oops, no, I hit that twice by accident. Can I open this? Oh, here's the bone. Oh, and there's the breaker box. Okay. So you see in the camera, it actually does the brackets and it tells you what it is you're taking a picture of. So they did a lot of cool things with that, where they prioritize, like, because sometimes there's multiple things in your view when you're going to take a picture of something. Oh, and here's the Ouija board. So it'll prioritize what you haven't taken a photo of yet, because you don't want duplicates. And it'll also prioritize the objects that give you the pictures that will give you the most points. Okay. Alright, now that we got all that out of the way, let's go gather some evidence for this ghost here. And we'll see who we're dealing with. Yeah, the Ouija board is one of the cursed possessions. There's 7 different cursed possessions. You can either have, like, you can choose to have all of, if you want to do custom, you can choose to have all of them there, but typically there's one and it's always random. The Ouija board is one of them, and you communicate with the ghost. Every time you use a cursed possession, though, you lose sanity. So, depending on the questions you ask, like if you ask the ghost where the ghost is, it'll spell out the room that it's in. However, you lose like 20% sanity or something from asking that question. But you can ask other questions like, how old are you? And that will give you, that will just reduce a little bit of sanity, not a lot. What are we going to put down? Let's grab this. Let's grab this. Man, I haven't played this game in a while. You're in here, right? So let's turn the lights off in the kitchen. See if we see any orbs. Not seeing any orbs. Nah, that's not the tier 2 shouldn't be. Oh my god, I can't reach it. Oh my god, I can't reach it. The tier 2 shouldn't be up on the ceiling. But now I can't reach it. Oh god. I can put it up there, but I can't get it. Down. Jump. Jump. I don't really play first-person shooters a lot. I mean, it depends. I have some of them I really like. I don't play them as much as I used to. Well, that stinks. The tier 2 should, just because of the way it displays, it should be like either on the wall or on the floor. The ceiling's a little too high. Throwing things. Well, hopefully it's not dots. That's one of our pieces of evidence, because we won't be able to see that. Hello again, Ava. That's terrible. That is pretty terrible. Please don't be dots. Oh, that's my. I'm like, what is that? Why is that there? That's my flashlight, which I don't really need anymore. All right, get some UV in here. See if it's touched anything that leaves fingerprints. Rattling doors somewhere. Not exactly sure where. Throwing a lot of stuff. Except when I have my camera in my hand. It's the only time it doesn't want to throw anything. How about you talk to me? Where are you? Are you friendly? What do you want? How old are you? How did you die? Where are you? Can you hear me? What do you want? Where are you? Nothing there. You feel uneasy? Oh, man. Well, that was close to freezing, but not quite. Close to freezing. This is totally going to be dots, isn't it? I didn't have enough money. I tried when because I had recently prestiged. I'm still trying to gain money back, and because of that, I don't. I don't double up on my equipment yet. But I probably should. No, I don't really play Minecraft. It's not a game I'm really like fond of playing. What is that? EMF reading. What do you want to say?
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Let's see if we can get some UV footprints or something. Not fast enough for that. Okay, we know it's not a wraith because it stepped in salt, so that's one thing we know. Oh, come on, really? Okay, and it's not a Galu. Sheesh. Try that again. We'll try that again. Footsteps are very loud. Clunk, clunk. Can you step in that salt again, please? Por favor. Okay. You know it's not a shade because of that. The singing event, fantastic. Okay, it's not a Cormos. It's knocking my sanity down, so hold on one second. Alright, let's see what we got so far. Shadow Ghost Bone, EMF reading, Ouija board, door move, Shadow Ghost, Disturbed Salt. Okay. Whenever a ghost touches you and you hear that breath like that, it reduces your sanity. So, like, look, it dropped my sanity to 50 doing that. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet to be hunted. So I'm going to take a sip of that. Let's bring in a candle. Yeah. Bring in a candle and a motion sensor to set that up. So what did we say? We said it can't be a shade. Shades can't do the ring around the rosy. The items? Yeah, sure. I'll talk to him about how what I use them for and everything like that as I use them. What did I say? It's not a wraith because it stepped in salt. It's not a Galu because it stepped in salt 2 times. After stepping in the salt more than 2 seconds later. It's not a Cormos because it just did a following event. Cormos are blind, so they can't do that type of an event. And I think that's all I can rule out at the moment. So these are candles that you just kind of use to have the ghost interact with, to get media like audio and video. Again, the motion sensor is the same type of thing. Like, it's something to just kind of use to get. It's also, you know, to help determine where the ghost is, because sometimes you need to be within certain distance of the ghost in order for certain interactions to happen. You can also record it for media. And you use the media just basically to get perfect games. I'm sorry, what? The heck was that? Okay, so it blew out the candle. There's also a test to do with the candles for a specific ghost, and that's the Onryo. The Onryo, if the Onryo blows out the candles 3 times, it has to hunt you, as long as there's no other candles lit around the area. Hey, Ray. The twins, it's just a type of ghost. It has, they can do what's called, what we refer to as a twin interaction, which is, oh, there's EMF level 5. Whoa, EMF level 5! Recorded something? No? No? What was that? If it didn't record anything, what the heck was that? Alright, so we know that EMF 5 is one of our pieces of evidence. I'm almost at 50% again. I want to oh, it turned off the breaker, so turning off the breaker is rules out the Jinn. Sorry, I'm trying, like, I'm just I'll go over them a little bit easier, a little bit better. Right now I'm kind of fumbling through this ghost at the moment because I'm trying to get used to everything again. What do I want to do? I want to, let me grab some more incense to have. Oh yeah, we're gonna try the thank you everybody for the likes. We're gonna try the Onryo test. Oh, hi and bye, Dodo. The Onryo test being the candles. Like I said, if the Onryo lights blows out a candle 3 times, after the 3rd time, it has to hunt no matter what sanity level you're at. So we're going to test that right now. It disappears. Poof. Okay, Toto. Sounds good. Okay, I think that's all of the... all of my... video footage. Yep, I just need one more picture, which could be a crucifix, and I need a sound. Okay, let's see. That would be the third one. I think within 7 seconds, it can hunt. Okay. So it's not an Onryo.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Oh, that was already X'd out. Now, I can't rule out certain pieces of evidence because... Hey, Astros. Because in Nightmare, the ghost hides a piece of evidence. And what I mean by that is... you only get 2 pieces of evidence. The third piece of evidence that a ghost would typically show will not appear. And that doesn't mean that the evidence doesn't exist. It just means that it's not giving you that evidence. So, for instance, if the ghost... I don't know where that is. The ghost will... if one of the pieces of evidence the ghost has is ghostwriting, and you're doing an investigation with 3 pieces of evidence, if it throws the book, that means you can rule out ghostwriting because you have 3 pieces of evidence that you're supposed to be getting, and if it throws the book, it won't. That means it's not one of the pieces of evidence. Sure. But in Nightmare mode, or when you get less than 3 pieces of evidence, if it throws the book, that doesn't necessarily mean that ghostwriting isn't one of the pieces of evidence. It could be hiding that piece of evidence from you, because you're only going to be getting 2. So that's the situation I'm in right now. I'm not receiving all pieces of evidence. That doesn't necessarily mean that those pieces that I'm not getting aren't hidden. Where's that? Why am I not getting those recordings? Come on. Let's try this again. Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? How did you die? Did you turn that on? I don't remember. I thought I turned that off. Who is your daddy and what does he do? You're scared of Phasmophobia? It can be creepy. It can be very creepy. I have a feeling this is... Dots is the other piece of evidence, but it's up on the darn ceiling, so... I should have grabbed that and taken a, got an audio of that. I'm an idiot.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
It's in the closet. This is a thing. Oh, it's right there. The shadow. Okay, cool. Okay. Alright, so the only other thing I could do right now is get... Alright, so that's all of my audio. That's all my video. I just need 1 photo. Which could be the crucifix if it burns the crucifix. Nice. And then... I gotta determine what the ghost is. Now, it could be a Goryo. I don't know if... Let's try something here. The Goryo... One of the pieces of evidence the Goryo leaves is the... is dots. And it has to... if it is a Goryo, it has to show dots. That's one of the force pieces of evidence, meaning that if certain ghosts have to, like, if you reduce the amount of evidence pieces that the ghost is giving, they have to show dots. The thing is, the Goryo, you can only see dots through a video camera lens.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
I think that was it. It just said evidence. It just said evidence up here. I've never seen that before where it says evidence. It would have said glowing. It would have said dots. Motion sense. So a Goryo, you can only see through a camera lens. There it is. There it is. So that's proof right there that the tier 2 still works even though it's on the ceiling. But the only reason we couldn't see it in person is because that has got to be a Goryo. There's no way it can't be because we've been in there for so long. It's been walking around like crazy. So therefore, I'm going to say that it is a Goryo. The other piece of evidence we have is dots. These are the only other 4 ghosts that it could be. We could double check. We could double check these based on the way it hunts. But I'm going to I'm going to say that it's got to be a Goryo. So the only other thing we have to do is our other 2 objectives, which are
Thanks for 1x.
prevent the ghost hunting with a crucifix. Chella, thank you so much for the heart me. And cleanse the area with a incense. So let's do this. I'm gonna try to get the ghost to hunt me now. Boop 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 boop. Cheers. But I do want it to. I do want to prevent it from hunting with a crucifix. Now, if it is a Goryo, I have to be at. I have to be at 50% sanity.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Where is that? What radio did it turn on? The other thing the Goryo will not do is the Goryo will not... Oh, here we go. Dirty water. I can get a picture of that. And that is all my photos. And that is it. I just need to identify the ghost. Where is that coming from? It turned on a radio somewhere. Is that... Whoa, it's like a walkie-talkie. What is this? Hi. Well, now. That timer's off now. I used the timer. Yeah. That was close. I used the timer as a way to determine, like, when you incense a ghost, it will, it can't hunt for a minute and a half for most ghosts. So you kind of use that as a way to determine time between hunts. And the certain ghosts, like a demon can hunt after a minute, and the spirit can't. A spirit can't hunt for 3 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Alright, should be able to hunt me at this point anyway. My timer was way off because I pushed the wrong button. In panic. So this couch actually breaks line of sight. There we go.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
They can't see you through the door. I want to know how the ghost is not being prevented from hunting with a crucifix. That's what I want to know.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Okay, now I have 25 seconds before it can hunt again. So let me position this one more time. For whatever reason, it's not covering every section of... That should cover it. I just, like, as an objective, I needed to prevent the hunt. So, even though this is glass, with the doors closed, the ghost won't be able to see me through the glass. So it's a good way of getting a view of the ghost as it's walking around. Okay, there we go. So it burned one of the crucifixes. Now I just want to get a look at it again. Hey, fruitcake. Nice. Now let's see if we can get a good look at the ghost. It's turning the light off in there, which is fun. I'm pretty sure this is a Goryo. There's no way it can't be because, like I said, we could see that the ghost was appearing in the dots in the van, but just not in person ever. So here we go. Can you hunt? So I could just take a look? Because an Oni would be... So it's definitely not a Reiju, and it's not a Dealdgast. Can you stop doing that, please? Don't hunt over here now. It needs like 5 seconds to go back to its room after it events. There we go. Trying to see where it's going. Hi, baby. No, I haven't played Dandy's World, baby. All right. I don't. It doesn't. It's hard to see because the lights are off and everything. But I don't believe. Like the only other thing it could be is an Oni, but I need to be able to see it. An Oni is very, very visible during a hunt. So I'm trying to take a look at it while it's hunting, but it keeps on running away from me.
Is that map upgraded?
Yes, this is a brand. They upgraded one of the maps.
Daddy, do you want me to give you the 50 more bucks?
No, baby, you don't have to do that. Thank you, though.
Yeah, but I want.
I know you do, but I want you to spend it on you.
I gave one to everyone.
That's very sweet of you. There we go. It didn't look like an Oni. It didn't look like Oni blinks. It looked like regular blinks. I'm just gonna guess Goryo at this point because it just keeps on, you know. Although I never got a mist ball event, which is crazy. And Oni cannot do a mist ball event, and we never got one of those. But again, I said, like, we saw the ghost walking around in here a couple of times with the in the dots, and we never saw it in person. So I'm gonna go Goryo. I'm gonna go Goryo. Agorio also, one of the only things that you could tell when you're playing with no evidence, the only thing Agorio cannot do is change rooms. It won't change favorite rooms. And it hasn't moved from the kitchen. So, here we go. Okay. Fantastic. Alright, I want to get back into the Willow Street and keep playing Willow Street because it's a lot of fun. I did do it. But I want to get a quick... I want to do a quick $5,000. And what we're going to do is the challenge mode. So this is like an easy challenge mode. This is very good for beginners, this type of thing. It is in Brownstone High School, so it's a big map. However, the ghost is friendly. The ghost cannot hunt you, and it can't kill you. So the ghost will never hunt you. You just have to find out where it is and then determine what it is through pieces of evidence. That's it. So it's a good way of testing how to, like, walk around, how to find a ghost, how to use the equipment and everything, and then just identify it. So it is a pretty good challenge for beginners. When you do challenge modes, they provide all the equipment for you. So it's whatever loadout they have, and I believe they give you basically all tier 3 items, which is pretty awesome. So we just don't worry about anything else when we do this. All we're going to do is go look for the ghost. We're not and identify the ghost. We're not going to be looking for perfect games, pictures of things, and all that kind of stuff. We are just going to walk around looking for the ghost. And then identify it through pieces of evidence. Very, very simple. We got our tier 3 headgear so we can see in the dark. You know what? Let me do this.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
There's different ways of determining where the ghost is in a building like this. One of the best ways is to use your paranormal microphone. Yes, this is a school. This is Brownstone High School. This is the one of the largest maps in the game. And basically what you do with the paranormal microphone is you parabolic microphone is it can hear through walls and everything at a larger distance, and you're just trying to hear where the ghost is interacting. All the rooms, the doors are closed at the start in this challenge too. So so if we come across a room where the door is actually opened already, then that's a good determination that the ghost is in that room. In this challenge, I believe the ghost never changes rooms too. So I'm kind of doing two things right now with my camera. Not only are we listening to hear if the ghost is interacting with things, but but the camera we're using to see if we come across ghost orbs at the same time. What is going on? Okay, don't worry. That's not going to go anywhere. Jews, relax. Sheesh. Ice cream man. Very, very, very important. What do you mean not fair? It's not going anywhere. Yeah, that's Juliet. Relax. Relax yourselves. Ay, well, you know, my kids are loud. That's the way it works. I don't hear anything yet. She does. She does. Yeah. The other thing too is that we should be able to see our breath when we're in the ghost room. Right now I'm just using my camera, the night vision on my camera to look around. Who? Hunk? Shoe? Hunk? I have a feeling the ghost is upstairs. I mean, I could be loud. If I wanted to. Is this ghost gonna be upstairs? It's always gonna be like the last place I look. Whenever it comes to like these large maps, I always walk directly away from where the room is. Just the way it works. Trying to hear anything. Mr. Softy? No, that's okay. I mean, maybe you want to get me a cup of chocolate with rainbow sprinkles? I could always use that. Cup of chocolate, rainbow sprinkles. It's good stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, I can't hold a cone while I'm playing the game. What a challenge that would be, huh? The ice cream challenge mode. There's too many things to... Too many buttons to press, you know? Alright, that's everything down here. And I did not see anything. I didn't even look to see where the breaker was. Might be under the other stairs. Okay, let's check upstairs. See if we can figure out where this thing is. Now that we're up here, if it is upstairs, we could hear things happening. Since we're on the same floor. The Tier 3 parabolic microphone is the only microphone that can hear in between floors, and I believe they only give you the Tier 1 in this challenge. So with the tier 1, the range is a lot smaller. Hey, RV, and you can only hear on the same floor. What are you writing down? What? What do you want to write down? What do you want to write down? Oh, I mean, you know, tips and tricks. Sure. You get used to everything as... Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, found the room. Okay, so this is the room. The room where it happened. Okay. Let's see what the temperature is. Oh, it is freezing temperatures, -4. All right. So that's already our first piece of evidence. We got freezing temps. Here's the breaker. We can turn the lights on. The lights in these larger maps are always terrible. Between Brownstone and Sunny Meadows, they're absolutely atrocious. That's not the right one. I gotta get the one over here. Okay, so at least it wasn't the very last place I checked, but I mean, it's pretty darn close to being, seeing as how I checked the entire bottom floor first. My dream car, I've always wanted a I've always wanted to drive a Lamborghini. I think those are pretty hot. I did for a time when I was dating my wife for 3 years. I leased I leased my vehicles, and I was on like a 3-year thing, and I was always getting SUVs because I really enjoyed SUVs. And then at one point I did like a hatchback, because it was oh, those are cool too, yeah. Where's the light switch for here? I'm saying, like, where's the light switch for right here? Why are there no lights like right here? I know, I see it all over your face. That's not what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? This one? This help? That doesn't really help either. It'll stink. Nah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Did this... It turned on the light and turned off the light. I could have sworn the light was on.
It wasn't as lovely as the last guy.
Oh, no. That's upsetting. Thanks, Nickel. Appreciate it. Ice cream. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, the car. So I had a I had like a hatchback, and then when I traded that in, I got a Camaro for 3 years. So that was as close as I got to the Lamborghini, and so I really enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun, but only needed to do it once. Then we went with the minivan. We did another SUV, and then we got the minivan. Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? How did you die?
Level 5.
Where are you? Are you friendly? Okay. It's in there. I'm pretty sure it flicked a switch. Which doesn't do anything for me now. That would have been a clue. That would have been a clue for a mare. A mare likes it prefers the dark. I do like naps. A mare prefers the dark, so it will never turn on a light ever. So if you go into a hunt or an investigation and the ghost you start with the lights off and you go into a room and the lights are on because the ghost turned on a light, or if it turns it on in front of you, you can rule out mare immediately. Alright. Let's grab some things to get the ghost to do some stuff. So we gotta get UV. That's the last piece of evidence. And we'll grab salt to check for UV if it steps through it. And we'll also grab a lantern to see if it does an interaction and what the if we can get an EM, because sometimes when it blows out a candle, there's a chance for it to give off an EMF level 5 if that is one of the pieces of evidence. And using the salt for the ghost to step through is a good way of checking UV. Whoa, EMF level 5. Oh, it turned off the light out here. Nope, it turned off the breaker, which means it is not a djinn, if that was part of the list. I don't know if it was on the list, but a djinn can never turn off the breaker. So that's a telltale sign that it is not a djinn, because a djinn is stronger with the breaker on. What happens with the breaker, if the breaker is on, oh, it closed the door. If the breaker is on, the ghost will... Where's the book? Did it throw the book? Oh, threw the book. Threw the book so we can rule out ghost writing. We know it's not a djinn because it turned off the breaker. With the breaker on and the ghost is hunting you, if it gets line of sight with you, if it sees you from a certain distance, it speeds up to you really quickly, and then it goes back to normal speed. So it's kind of it gives it like a burst of speed, but it can only do that with the breaker on. So that's why the djinn can never turn the breaker off. What's the... Okay, so it's not going to be ghost... Wait, no. Oh, what am I trying to do here? UV and EMF would be the djinn. Whoa, hey. Okay. We'll check for UV as it walks through. Oh, I forgot my lighter, so that doesn't help. Where are you?
Whoa, EMF level 5!
How old are you? Hey, there we go. See? Walk through salt. We got UV. Okay, so right away we know it's not an EMF level 5 because that would be a djinn. So it's either going to be the Hantu or a mimic, which I'm assuming it is the Hantu because I don't see any ghost orbs. The, oh, there it is! There's a ghost orb. Okay. Okay. Alright, so never mind. Oh, look, it turned on this light too. Even a lamp, if a ghost turns on a lamp, it can't be a mare. Yeah. Okay. So now the thing is, because there's a ghost orb, that doesn't automatically mean it is a Hantu, because a mimic will have 3 pieces of evidence plus ghost orbs. Ghost orbs will always be around a mimic, even with no evidence. So we have to double check that it is not a spirit box, because the spirit box would be the other piece of evidence that it is a mimic. So what we're going to do is just basically walk around and keep talking to see if the ghost will respond. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? Are you friendly?
Stating attack.
Boom. And we have a mimic. So that's why ghost orbs isn't even though we had them, it's technically not a piece of evidence. So we had freezing temperatures, UV, spirit box, and ghost orbs. So therefore it is 100% a mimic. Yeah, that's the way the spirit box works. And it's actually pretty cool. The recordings on the spirit boxes are actually recordings made by some of the Kinetic partners, which include streamers. Some of the streamers who are Kinetic partners who stream Phasmophobia were given the chance to record certain things, and they use those the recordings as some of the responses to the spirit box. So it's pretty neat. Okay, so that's one down. We're choosing the mimic because we got all of our pieces of evidence plus ghost orbs. Hooray for Mr. Softy. What in the heck is that?
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
It's like a blade of grass. That was weird. So, the mimic is a very special ghost like that, where, like I said, if you are playing with no evidence, you will always have orbs around the mimic. I'm going to do this a little differently this time. I'm going to use my parabolic microphone and walk around and see if we could hear the ghosts interacting to maybe give us a little bit easier of a time oops, locating the ghost. So what's tricky about the mimic too, especially if you do something like 2 pieces of evidence, just making sure I had it on. If you do something like 2 pieces of evidence, the ghost, you have to double check that if you find ghost orbs and UV, for instance, you have to double check that you're not getting also either freezing or spirit box. Just like I did there. I had 3 pieces of evidence, but I double checked that it was giving off spirit box. It's a fun ghost. It's just crazy. All right, we're going to do a quick check this way. I'm going to look around to see if any doors are open. I don't think there's a door in here. We're going to do this a little differently just to see if we could figure out where the ghost is quicker. By just walking around, listening, and seeing if any doors have been manipulated to give us a clue as to where the ghost is. I do really like this game. I think it's so much fun to walk around and be creeped out. It has some really good challenges behind it. And when I first saw the game being played, I didn't realize how in-depth the ghosts were. I really just thought it was... I really just thought it was like, yeah, find 3 pieces of evidence, and that's about it. And that's the difference between the ghosts, is the pieces of evidence that they give off. And that's totally not what it is. Each ghost has personalities to them. And once you discover that and learn how the ghosts interact without without the evidence that they can give off, it's amazing. And it's like super in-depth and complex, and it's a very good challenge to be able to figure out what a ghost is without the evidence. Not hearing anything. This is already a failed experiment. Man. I understand. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't mind it. So I was gonna say I understand that it would take away from the challenge, of getting away from a. Oh, didn't you mention that before? What was that? What is that from? I'm pretty sure you mentioned that before. The Bee Movie. That's right, the Bee Movie. The Bee Movie. Okay, this ghost hasn't interacted with anything in earshot of me. Now, that's not to say that, you know, the ghost isn't interacting with things. The range on this is terrible. But it looks like we're going to have to go into each room to figure out where this ghost is. Unfortunately. I'm going to keep the parabolic mic on. I was going to say before, I like that it's a... Oh, yeah, it's definitely funny. I know that it provides a challenge of trying to escape the ghost and everything. But the stamina of these people is so ridiculously low. They run for like 3 seconds and are like, I'm done, I can't run anymore. Nice. Pizza. I think it's in this direction. I think it's in this direction. What is so funny? Is it in this room? I think it's in that room. Just gonna double check that it's not over here. Oh, nope, it's in here. Okay. Ghost fish. They just think they're so funny. They think they're hilarious. Alright, let's get the lights on. Oh. It shut the breaker off? Not a djinn. Alright, we can rule out djinn right away. Alright. Let's go. Thank you. That was weird. Oh my god, I can't see. Want some more ice cream? I need to eat it before it becomes a puddle anyway. Okie dokie. It would be. It would still be good, but just mushy. Thank you for the follow, Calvin. Whoa. $20 and 3. But what kind of ice cream? Was it like Haagen-Dazs? Does that kind of make sense? We love Haagen-Dazs. Super expensive though. Ben and Jerry's, yeah, there's another one. Oh, turn the light on. It's not a mare. Fudge brownie.
Whoa,
Yeah, they make some good ones.
EMF level 5.
Can't see anything. Alright, well, now we know it's not a shade. Okay, so we can rule out a couple things because even without getting any pieces of evidence yet, we know it's not a djinn because it turned the breaker off. We know it's not a mare because it turned the light on. And we know it's not a shade because it just did a singing event. A long singing event like that a shade cannot do. I'm going to have some more ice cream. Kind of like refueling for my run back to the van. Boy, this place is dark. And the only thing that takes time on this one is just because of how big it is, too. Like I said, this is a very easy challenge for anybody. You do not have to worry about the ghost hunting you. So, you never lose sanity. So it doesn't matter spending time in the dark or not. The ghost running into you on events and stuff. You just basically got to find out where it is and figure out what piece of evidence it's going to leave. Bye, Roxy. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. So let's grab this, and I guess we'll grab some salt. And then after I do this, I want to get back into the Willow Street and play some more Willow Street. It is so much fun, and I want to see if I can get the new ghost, because I just want to experience it. Nice, nice. Now, there is a chance that the ghost will leave handprints on things, like the window or something like that, if it touches it. The door, if it touches it. It'll leave fingerprints on light switches. But, let's Let's see, did it write in the book? Did it toss the book? It looks like it tossed the book. That was what I heard before. I heard it throwing something. Looks like it threw the book. There it is. It threw the book, so we can rule out the book because we are getting 3 pieces of evidence. And once it throws the book, that means that it is not one of the pieces of evidence. The only interaction a ghost the only interaction a ghost can do if it is the book is UV is to write in it. So if it does throw the book, that means that it is not one of the pieces of evidence. Okay, so we know it's UV. Let's double check this. That's 4. That's not a 5. Where are you?
Not far from there.
Okay. Spirit box. So, dots, EMF, ghost orbs. Just knocking over things. I don't see any ghost orbs. Sometimes they bleed outside the room. I don't see any ghost orbs. I know we got UV. Let's just put this a little bit lower. Throw my... Still nothing there. Still not freezing temperatures. Phantom is going to be dots. Freezing temperatures is going to be mimic. Ghost orbs is going to be Cormos. And the EMF will be Galu. That next door. Is that interacting with things next door? Yep. That's just it reaching through the door. The ghost in this challenge, I believe, will never change rooms anyway. But they do have a range where they can interact with things through the walls. Alright, so we're just looking here. We're looking for either ghost orbs, dots, EMF. Let's just make sure the dots aren't, ghost orbs aren't bleeding into here, which I don't see. Ugh. Figure out where this ghost is too, like walking around. We'll grab, you know what we'll do is we'll grab the candles. See, that's only a 4. Or no, is that a 5? Oh, that's a 5. That is a 5. Okay. I can't see because of the stupid, alright, this is a gallows. Which means that it shouldn't be able to walk in salt again. But yeah, oh yeah, that's a 5. Okay. Alright, it's gallows.
Whoa,
I thought it sounded like it, but the night vision threw off the lighting, and it made the light on the 5th dot appear dark. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Okay, so we should just do one more, and then we'll get $5,000, and then we'll go back into Willow. We'll see if we can get some more perfect games. Galoo.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right. One more.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get
Okay.
investigating.
What do I want to...
There have been new reports of accursed objects nearby. This must be the reason that the ghost was summoned here. Take a
What was
look.
better?
You may be able to use it to your advantage.
I think this worked out better. Even though technically I found the ghost room quicker. You know what? I'm gonna stick with the parabolic. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's stick with the parabolic. We did hear the laugh, which confirmed the direction that I should have gone in. So we're gonna do the same thing. Maybe we'll just pop into each classroom anyway. Just to double check we don't see our breath somewhere. Feel like interacting with things? Anybody? Or laughing at me? The breaker can appear in a couple other places, like the other stairwell, and then like a closet upstairs, I believe. But for the most part, it usually, it's usually here, in my experience. Again, this is, did you hear that? Do you hear that?
Whoa, EMF level 5!
This is challenge mode, so we will not be getting hunted. We don't lose our sanity. So I have no fear of running around in the dark and stuff. It doesn't really matter to me. What was that sound? Where was that? The range on this isn't that great, so if I did hear something through the parabolic mic, it would have been pretty close. Fairly close. Do I keep hearing stuff? What am I hearing? I heard that. That I definitely heard. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was throwing stuff in here. Okay. All right. That was nice and easy finding the ghost room here. Did it turn the breaker off again? No, it didn't. Oh, excuse me. It was good. You know, was at work. It was a nice, easy day. Posted more controversial videos, you know. Oh, man. People get so upset. Yeah, how was your day? Let's go! Nice. Hot tamales, hot tamales. Stealing, boiling in the pot. It's an old Looney Tunes cartoon. Porky Pig. Oh, nice. Hey, turn the light on. Half door. It's not a mare, and it's not a Yuri. We have ghost orbs. Whoa, we'll just stack that up right there, I guess. A Yuri would a Yuri cannot half close a door. So if you ever see a door, if a ghost ever interacts with a door halfway, like, and it just kind of opens it halfway, you can rule out Yuri. Because a Yuri, when it interacts with the door, can only open it fully or shut it fully. Nice. Okay. Okay, so we know it's ghost orbs. We know it's not a mare because it turned on the light. We know it's not a Yuri because it was a half door. When we came back to the classroom, the door was halfway like this. So that means it interacted with the door, but only shut it halfway. Busy days are good. My wife is baking a lot. Like I said earlier, she's baking a lot because she's doing another bake sale tomorrow. Making some scones, making some muffins. She made some bread. Yeah. Yeah, she's good at it too. She good. Okay. What do I need? I need this. This. We'll take some salt. Let's see what we find. Oh, this long journey.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
I am glad I found this room pretty quick, though. Oh, there you go. That's UV. The fingerprint. There's a UV fingerprint. Where is it? There it is. Okay. UV. Alright, it's either going to be a Banshee, Hantu, Kormos, or a Bake, which means it will not be ghostwriting. Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? Are you friendly?
Active killing.
Active killing. Very nice. Very friendly. Okay. So, because it's Spirit Box and Ultraviolet, we just have to double check that we don't get freezing temperatures. Now, freezing temperatures can be annoying because sometimes they could take a very long time to occur. But it doesn't look like it because it usually, at this point... Oh, that was really close. It just has to get below 1 degree Celsius. As soon as it goes... welcome back, Eva. As soon as it goes below 1 degree Celsius, that's considered freezing, even though freezing temperatures is technically 0 degrees. It's so close. He's ugly. He's ugly. He can't harm me, though, so that's why I don't really mind stepping into his face. I saw there's achievements, yeah. Alright. I don't believe we're gonna get freezing temperatures, even though it was pretty close. I think at this point it would have dropped into the negatives. He's pretty active in here. So, I think we are just gonna stick with the Kormos. And we'll head out. If it's a mimic, then that stinks and we'll just have to do this again. But it doesn't appear to be a mimic. The Kormos is one of the newer ghosts. Not the newest ghost, but a ghost that was introduced a few months ago. And it's very cool. It's blind. So if you are standing still and it's in the room with you, as long as it doesn't walk towards you, it can't detect you. And it won't walk, it'll just walk away basically, as if you're not there. But it has super sensitive hearing, so as soon as you move, it'll hear you and it'll run to the spot that it heard you. So it'll run pretty quickly to your location, but you have a few seconds, so it's like it detects you from where you are and runs to that spot, and you have like 4 seconds basically to get away from that area. So as long as you move away from that area and you're not in line, like in in the direct line the path of the ghost, and you kind of just tuck yourself away somewhere else, it'll run to that spot, and then it'll go back to looking for you, and it won't know where you are. It's pretty cool. That's my sanity down to 90. I'm not supposed to lose any sanity. I'm just a crazy person, I guess.
Welcome
And there we go.
I've prepared some jobs for you.
Done and done. Oh my gosh, and I unlocked some beautiful things. That's some good stuff. And we're done with the challenge mode. We're going to go back to our custom nightmare settings. Let's go see what we can unlock. We did it. Okay. There's some good things to unlock here. Now, the UV is pretty good, but the glow stick is not terrible, so it's like I can kind of wait on that. I only have $9,600 to spend. I think I'm going to go for the EMF reader because it's a lot easier to determine the not only the direction, but like it's a lot easier to determine the EMF level. And the spirit box, because the higher the spirit box, the higher of a chance you have to get a response. And the range is a little bit better. I mean, I got 2,000. I'll save that. And then I do want to get a motion sensor eventually, because that's a good thing. The tier 2 motion sensor can give you a instead of just being a line, it can make a V to give you a little bit more coverage. Let's change my loadout to make sure that I am using my EMF level 3. And the spirit box. And that's it. Oh, didn't
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Yep. Okay. Fantastic. All right, let's go back to Willow Street. Where are you? Check out the new digs. Enjoy, Eva. And we're going to go back to going for a perfect game. Perfect investigation. I'm going to grab this, this, and this. So, Laurie Jones. Video of the ghost. Repel while it's chasing someone. And incensing near the ghost. So these two and 3 can be taken care of in one shot. We will get a ghost video at some point. If we need to, we can get it during a hunt. So let us dive in. So one of the things too that was a pain in the butt sometimes, and it still happens on certain maps, especially the older maps, that the what was that? The bone is sometimes very difficult to find because it gets buried. Oh, okay. Breaker box is right there. The bone is very difficult to like see sometimes because it gets buried. However, with the new feature of the photo camera, because you can take a picture of the bone, if you walk around with the photo camera out, it's not a mare. Are you hanging out in the hallway? Is that where you are? If you walk around with the photo camera out, it will highlight in brackets the bone, even if it's covered. So it's a good way of checking, of looking for the bone, especially if you're having trouble finding it. Okay, so it looks like it's in this hallway. I remember, I don't know where all of the... So it's right in the middle here. I don't know where all the cursed possessions are. Just double check that this is the room. Seems to be. Okay, it's not an Oni. See, there you go. So here's the bone, and you can see that it's highlighted on the camera. So that's a way that you can look around for the bone. It will highlight it for you if you're having trouble finding the bone. Okay, so it's not an Oni because an Oni can't do that, and it is not a Kormos either because a Kormos can't do that. It does knock away some of your sanity, though, when you get hit by either a mistball or you walk into a ghost during a ghost event. So now I'm looking for the cursed possessions. I don't know exactly where they all are. So this is gonna be fun.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Let's see. Those tarot cards? Huh, tarot cards. All right. All right. We're all set. All ready to go. Okay, so we know where the ghost is. We got the photos that we need and the bone. It keeps turning the light on in here. It really likes the light. Let's start setting up. So you see, like, there's certain things, like, you can eliminate ghosts right away without even taking, you know, just by the way it interacts. So it flicked the light on. It's not a mare. It did the ghost mist event, which means it's not an Oni or a Kormos. And that's how you work out ghosts with no evidence, in no evidence runs. Because those are just behavioral things that help you eliminate ghosts. See if there's any orbs or anything. Is this a room we can go into? No, it's not. Thank you guys so much for the likes on TikTok. Appreciate it. I'm gonna put this on the floor this time, just, you know, just because. Hey, Valentino, how are you? Oh, it was a missed event. I missed it. I'm an idiot. Oh, couldn't get that? Of course I couldn't get that. Why would I be able to get that? Just missing all sorts of interactions. The die. Knocked me down to like, what, 70% over there? Yeah, 68. Okay. Alright, let's put this, and I guess we'll throw this in. Again! Keeps hitting me with that. Where are you? Are you friendly? What do you want? How old are you? How did you die? Where are you? Are you friendly? How old are you? What do you want? Where are you?
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Oh man, it's knocked me down almost 50. I haven't really gotten anything. Every time you get hit with that thing, it hurts. Hurts. Hurts your sanity. I don't want my sanity gone yet. Sorry. Sorry. But I got things to do, you know? I got things to do. Now there is a wild hiding spot that Casson found, which is basically just closing yourself off in these cabinets. So if you do this and then close this cabinet over, you're hidden from the ghost. It can't see you. It's ridiculous, but it is a strategy. It's possible that they'll fix that, but, you know, you never know. Are you still in here or did you move? You moved. I don't see my breath anymore. Where'd you go? Well, it's not a Goryo. Did you moved into here? Yep. Okay. Not an Oreo. Did that fully close the door? I can't turn that off. That's really annoying. Okay, so it interacted with the door. It seemed like it fully closed it, but and one of the things is that the Yuri can only fully close or fully open a door, but I think there's still some kind of weird jankiness with it. What's that? What was that? Ghostwriting. Oh. Freezing temperatures. Hey, how are you? Okay, so our two pieces of evidence is freezing temperatures and ghostwriting.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Okay, I'm getting a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. Give me a few. I got all my photos. I need a couple more videos and a couple more sound recordings. Oh, it's very sweet of him. Very, very sweet of him. We can shut this off because we know it's not that. If you could be so kind as to walk through this salt that I've laid down for you, I'd very much appreciate it. If we could just step right through it. It'll only take a second. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on, Ghosty. Come on. Thank you. Okay. Hey, bud. I'll be done in a few, alright? I can't just stop right now, but I'll be done in a few.
Mommy said you can't play it.
Mommy said I can't play anymore, huh? Mommy said I can't play anymore. Alright, buddy. Yeah, I can't just shut it off, though. You gotta give me a few. Because I'm in the middle of a game. But I'll finish this game and I'll come play. I did not say no. That is not what I said. Please don't lie to mommy. It's like... No, my son wants to play baseball with me, which is fine. I just told him I needed to finish the game. That's all. And of course, he told my mom I said no, because that's what he does. No, you're a little boy. He's just a little boy. Cameron. Alright. Great. What the heck was that? Really? Really? Cameron, what are you talking about? Okay, got that. All right, I still need to get a video of the ghost, but I could get that in the middle of a hunt. You're everywhere except on Twitch, yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's everything. Now I just need to do the video of the ghost. I need to figure out what it is. Let's see. I'm almost at 50. We could pretty much tell what these ghosts are. During a hunt. Pretty much. I say that with a boatload of confidence, as you can hear. Let's get... Oh, yeah. Let's get this stuff, in here. Yeah, no, that's a lot of lurking today, which is okay. People can lurk. People can lurk. What I'm gonna do is grab some more incense. Then I'm gonna try to sit in the dark, get myself some. We're almost down to 50. So if it does hunt when I reach 50, then it can't be a shade. I believe everything else is. Well, a demon can hunt me at 70%, I think. Or 80% rather, something like that. So, and it hasn't hunted yet, hasn't attempted to hunt yet. So I don't think it's going to be a demon. The other ghosts can hunt at 50. The Asswang will start a little bit slower than normal, and then speed up quick. You know what? I do need to see the ghost in a hunt. So we're going to do a couple of things here. Instead of... Because I need to determine what this ghost is. Instead of using that little glitched hiding spot at the moment, we're just going to sit back here in the dark. Hopefully it will start hunting soon. And we can take a look at it. We can see how it moves. A Revenant will be extremely slow until it knows where I am. And then it'll run at me. Just you, yourself, and I. So we just really need to drop our sanity. I could technically use the tarot cards. The tarot cards are very, very hit or miss, though, because it's all blind luck based on the cards that you draw. So you could draw a card, and it could reduce your sanity. You could also draw a card. And it will increase your sanity. And it has turned off the breaker. Thankfully, it's right here. So we can just run in and do that. It can also do things like instant kill. So there's always a risk in doing that. It can do an instant hunt. So it does many different things. The cards do many different things, but it's a gamble every single time. And I don't want to... Being this close to... Alright, so now I'm below 50. The Shade won't be able to hunt me until I'm at 35. And it's hunting now, so it's definitely not a Shade. Let's listen. Okay, so she was all the way back over there, which is kind of annoying. And it's the kid ghost. I can't stand this ghost model because she was crawling around, and it's like it's so hard to see her when she's crawling. So let's just wait for another hunt real quick. Okay. It's not a revenant. I think it's an Aswang. Because it sounds just slightly slower than normal. I have 25 seconds in between hunts. Gonna give it a second. After an event, it needs like 5 seconds to return to its room. Otherwise, it can hunt right there. And I don't want it to hunt on top of me. I do have my crucifixes here to protect me, but there is a chance that it'll, you know, it'll start hunting like right here or something like that. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure I'm not down to 35. Yeah, okay. Hey, kitty, what's going on? So, yeah, so it's definitely not a shade, because a shade can only start hunting you at 35. The Revenant would have been extremely slow. I don't believe... I'm pretty sure it's an Aswang, because it sounds a little bit slower than normal, and Moroi would speed up the lower your sanity gets. Alright. Let's get this thing to chase me. So that way I could see how it reacts. I have a feeling this is an Aswang. The Moroi would start to get, like, you know, at 50%, the Moroi is... I think the Moroi could start hunting at 60? Or maybe it's just... No, maybe it's 50. But it basically starts out as a normal speed ghost. Turned off the lights in there? Didn't react to my radio. Yeah, too late. Alright. I gotta get it to see me, so that it can at least come at me. Come at me, bro. So I'm gonna leave the door open, of course. Okay. Please be walking.
Whoa, EMF level 5!
Okay. I didn't even notice. I should have paid attention. The other thing that a Moroi will do is that the effects of a smudge will last 2.5 seconds longer. So when you smudge with a tier 2 incense, it slows it down. So you see when I hit it with the as soon as I lit the incense, it started to slow down. And the effects would last 5 seconds normally. And with the Moroi, it would last 7 seconds. Okay. That's actually not a bad thing that it did that. Because dropping my sanity lower is not a bad thing at this point. Just to see if it speeds up. Because, like I said, the Moroi, the lower your sanity is, the faster the ghost will be. As it, you know, as it's walking around in a hunt. So we could do this to drop our sanity and just see if it starts walking around faster, which it won't be. I don't believe so. Hey, Bagel. And so it can hunt now. There we go. Still the same speed. Why is it coming in here? Oh, my light's on. Jeez, I couldn't see it. Okay. Alright, I'm out. I couldn't see where it was. Bye, Bagel. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is an asswang. I forgot to pick up new incense. I'm an idiot, so I'm like walking around with lit incense. It's a fun game. That is my least favorite ghost model out of all of them. Because it's so short, and sometimes it'll crawl, too. So it's like just, it can be such a pain in the butt thing, you know?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready.
There it is, the Aswang. We got some money. No, that's a good way to look at it, Kay. It's okay, you know, if you don't support her, or if you do support her, but most people don't, and I understand that. You know, but just, let people do what they want, right? You know? Okay. So that's gonna I'm gonna end right there because, you know, I'm gonna go play with my son. I'm glad that I got a few things in. Let me see. I got $4,000. I got $4,000. I got $4,000. You know what I'll do? I'll upgrade my motion sensor because my motion sensor is more important to me at this moment. The UV light I could deal with. I'm gonna put this on for next time, and that'll be that. So yes, thank you guys for joining me. I should be back on Monday, and we'll do some Dandy's World, and we'll do Tisha of the Week, which will be fun. And then after that, the next time I play, I'll probably do some Animal Hospital and check out the new update for that. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and hopefully I will see you in the next stream, which should be on Monday, if not before that. But until that time, I hope everybody has a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Take care. Cheers.